With Fastlane coming up this weekend, just what would WWE do for the Raw Go Home show? Well, we'll tell you as WGS-TV reviews Monday Night Raw for the week of February 27, 2017. Hey, YouTube, are you ready for your hot tacos? If you are, it's definitely time to warp.
Hey guys, it's Becca Dex, and I'm here to tell you that you're watching The Wrestle Gamer on WGS-TV.
What's up, guys? I'm the Wrestle Gamer. Welcome back to another episode of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer. And as always, guys and gals, don't forget to slam that like button and drop that subscribe button for more great content here on my channel. Let me introduce the panel for this week's Monday Night Raw review. First off, ladies and gentlemen, making his return to WGS-TV, he is the Bay Area MVP, known as Will. Will, welcome back. How you doing?
It's good to be back on WGS-TV, and this let me say that the crowd on Raw was pathetic.
Yep, and also, ladies and gentlemen, from the Project Kayfabe podcast, welcome back, Curtis. Curtis, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you,
I'm
Billy?
doing just fine. Now, with Fastlane coming up this Sunday, WWE would have to do some final build-ups leading into this pay-per-view. One of the major matches everyone is looking at is the Universal Championship match with Goldberg and Kevin Owens. Now, Owens opened up Raw last week with a great promo, and would Goldberg's response, would that be just as good? To answer that question, let's talk about Raw. Raw opened up with Goldberg responding to Kevin Owens and his promo from last week, as I already stated. Now, the promo was decent, but was it as decent as Kevin Owens was last week? Well, that's debatable, but for Goldberg standards, the delivery was okay. There were no botches, and like some of the ones he's done before. Now, having KO out there really helped sell not only the promo, but the build for the Universal Championship going into Fastlane this Sunday. So I gotta say, Curtis, this was a good start to the Raw Go Home show this week, wouldn't you say?
I actually thought it was really good, and seeing that Goldberg and Kevin Owens get one-on-one, it shows you don't know who's going to win, right? It's showing, like, the build-up, the impact, and everything. That's the best way to do it, to have two people like Kevin Owens and then you have Goldberg. That's the best way to do it with Vince McMahon choosing the fact that they have that. It's the best way to show who's going to actually come and walk out.
Yep.
And the fact that Goldberg said, "You're next," and then Kevin Owens said, "No, you're not next, you're next," which is pretty good, which I found really well done.
My overall score for the opening promo, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. What about you, Curtis? What do you score that?
Yeah, I would have to say, Billy, probably a 2 out of 5. Even though I really found it interesting, I just think it needed a little bit. I found it really good to build up, but I think it needed a little bit more building. The fact that Kevin Owens should have challenged him to a fight right there on the Raw and said, "How will we fight?" And then you get the whole crowd pumped, right? And then the fact that it didn't work. So I thought they should have done that, even though the crowd was lacking the fact that they didn't have nothing.
Yeah, now, will they put the title on Goldberg coming up this Sunday at Fastlane? Well, we'll talk more about that on Sports Entertainment Tonight, Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central Time, right here on my channel. Up next, it was the New Day taking on Rusev and Jinder Mahal. Now, it was originally teased that it was going to be the Shining Stars as their opponents, but I guess they had to have the New Day do another jab at the Oscars or something. Now, if someone out there can tell me exactly what it was in the comments, I would really appreciate it. Now, for the first time in a couple of months, Rusev was out there without his protective mask. So I guess that means WWE Medical has cleared him to work without the mask due to the broken nose that he suffered a couple of months back. Lana was, once again, smoking hot, which made Rusev's presence out there tolerable for me. The finish of the match was Xavier Woods with a roll-up and bridge pin on Jinder Mahal to pick up the win for the New Day. The after-match confrontation with Rusev and Mahaal could signify, Curtis, a breakup of this newly formed tag team sooner than we think.
And we probably will see it on WrestleMania, the pre-show. You never know. There could be matches between Jinder Mahal and Rusev at WrestleMania, the pre-show.
Even that, or not just that, but if they go for a breakup sooner than that, why not Fastlane kickoff? There's no set match for the kickoff show yet.
There's going to be a lot of Twitter tweets back and forth then, if that happens.
Right. I give the match a 3 out of 5.
I I like the fact I was hoping the Shining Stars would have been in the match with them, but I'm gonna get negative here. I'm gonna give the match probably about a 2 out of 5.
Yep, we unfortunately have lost the Bay Area MVP known as well. Hopefully we can get him back into the Skype call before the conclusion of this review. It was Akira taking on Noam. WWE is doing anything they can, as it appears, to make Alicia Fox actually relevant in a WWE storyline. Now, granted, she is great at Candy, but I'm still not sold on her current angle with Noam Dar. Now, as far as this match goes, Tozawa shined as he picked up the win with the German suplex. I haven't seen anybody pull off a better German suplex since Chris Benoit. But I think we're not going to make that kind of comparison between Benoit and Akira Tozawa. I think a lot of people out there would think, oh, you said Chris Benoit. That's a naughty thing. You shouldn't say that. Well, guess what? This is my channel, and I will mention Chris Benoit if I damn well please. As far as what happened with Brian Kendrick and Tozawa after the match, I got to say, Curtis, there's got to be a chance of them working a match at Fastlane.
I see Akira Tozawa at Fastlane versus Brian Kendrick probably most likely, because the fact that he's teaching him lessons, just 12 lessons to learn. He's taught him about 3 or 4 so far. But you know what? That was a great match, and I think Alicia Fox needs to be in a storyline where she's actually wrestling.
Well,
I don't get that with the
yeah, but like I said, right now I'm not sold on her current character, but I'm going to give the match a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
Pardon me. Up next, Charlotte and Dana Brooke were out there to cut a promo on Bayley and the championship match at Fastlane for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, Charlotte would take the typical heel route with attacks on Bayley's character and the way that she won the championship. Bayley's response of talking about her dreams and that her next dream was of being to walk into WrestleMania the Raw Women's Champion. With the appearance of Sasha Banks in the mix, gave off the appearance of a tag team match forming, but Charlotte would bring Nia Jax as her tag team partner and not Dana Brooke, who still looks in really good shape as of late. I gotta say, overall, the match was okay, with the finish of the match being Nia Jax hitting a leg drop on Bayley and to pick up the win. I'm being informed by the Bay Area MVP known as Will that his laptop had died and his phone is dying, so I'm not very sure if he'll get back into the review, and if he doesn't, I'd like to apologize to Will and everyone who was looking forward to hearing him on the podcast. But my score for the match, the tag match and the promo, I'm going to bunch them together, Curtis. I'm going to say 3 out of 5.
I found the match really good. I found that they should have had Dana Brooks and Nia Jax. They need Dana Brooks wrestling, which she probably wishes she probably wrestled on live camera instead of home shows. But I found it pretty good then. I found it really good, and the promos I didn't really like. I probably have to give it a 2.5 out of 5. Probably 2.5.
There's quite possibly there's an injury that that no one's reported yet as to the possible reason why Dana Brooke hasn't worked any matches. I'm going to say in about a month and a half, almost 2 months now. But I got to say she's gotten into really good shape. She used to be a little bit thick, a little heavy, but she's started to slim back. And I should be one to talk about being thick and heavy, but she started to slim back. She's gotten back into the to her original shape that she was when she was in NXT. So that was good to see. But following that, we had Luke Gallows taking on Big Cass in a preview of the upcoming Raw Tag Team title match for Fastlane this Sunday. And from what we've seen, over 90% of the time is when someone goes over a go-home show, then more than likely they wouldn't go over at the pay-per-view. But we've seen WWE Creative stray away from that logic many a time as of late. Now, as far as this match goes, it was okay for what it was. It wasn't anything special, but on the same token, it wasn't bad either.
I feel like the Bullet Club should be working more matches and actually getting put over and winning matches a lot now. Because the fact that they have the tag team titles, they can't keep on losing matches, or it's no point in making them the tag team champions because it's a Bullet Club. They invaded New Japan Pro Wrestling. They need to invade WWE. They need to do something. In fact, they need to do something instead of just waiting around.
My score is a 2.95 out of 5.
I have to say the same thing then. I'd have to give the same thing probably, Billy.
Up next, it was Sheamus taking on Titus O'Neil. Basically, this was a time filler match. Titus would attack Sheamus before the bell, and then after the bell, one Brogue kick ends the whole thing. Nothing special here, so let's just agree on this one, Curtis. 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah, probably, most likely.
All right,
I thought they did. Wait, then did we see them? Yeah, then we saw them after the match, right? With each other? Sheamus and them were eating food, right?
That's what led to the setup of the match. That's what led up to the setup of the match. But following that, it was the return of Seth Rollins after being injured at the hands of Samoa Joe. I think one of the main things fans wanted to hear in this interview was whether or not Rollins would be involved in WrestleMania this year, because it appears from the outside looking in, Curtis, that the planned match of Triple H versus Rollins has been scrapped.
Actually, you don't know that. You do not know yet. We do not. We'll find out when we get there, but we honestly do not know at all yet. We're gonna find out soon. But if not, then it's gonna be Finn Balor probably. But I'm hoping it's Triple H versus Seth Rollins. I feel like Triple H actually last year he versus Roman Reigns, right? So last year no one liked it. I mean, like no one liked that match. Triple H seems like he's enjoying this more than anything he has in a long time. More than last time he enjoyed was probably Undertaker versus Triple H. So I think he's enjoying now Triple H versus Rollins. I think he's actually putting more effort into it. He actually likes it. And he finds
now, from what we heard storyline-wise from Rollins, is that he plans to call out Triple H at WrestleMania. What helped put the promo over even more was Triple H's response. Like I said a few weeks ago here on the channel, Triple H still has his mic skills and the ability to sell a promo, and he did just that with his warning to Rollins to not show up at WrestleMania this year. Now, Samoa Joe's appearance on the outside didn't seem to matter very much because he did next to nothing during the segment. I gotta say, overall, Curtis, a great promo, and I look forward to seeing what they do with these two at WrestleMania. My score, 3.75 out of 5.
I get a Triple H Seth Rollins, right? I'd give it a great promo. I loved it. I love the fact that Rollins put it in place that either way he's gonna be at WrestleMania, so the fans get hyped. I don't know if that actually helped out. The CM Punk chance pissed me off though. This is probably that's probably the best night. That was probably the promo was probably the best night of Raw that actually happened. It's probably the best thing that happened all night. I'd give it a 5 out of 5.
Up next, it was the Big Show taking on the Shining Stars. I'm not sure why WWE felt it was necessary to have this match. I would speculate, Curtis, that it was to make the Big Show look good and go over, since he didn't go over on the heavily pushed Braun Strowman last week.
I feel like it was because Big Show, his match coming up at WrestleMania, so I'm gonna be honest with you, he's been in the best shape of lately, and I think he needs one more title run. Honestly, just one more title run, I think, would be great.
Basically, when it comes to this match, it was another tag team on Monday Night Raw getting squashed in a handicap match. The finish of the match was Big Show with the chokeslam on Primo to pick up the win. I'm not going to give this a big score, Curtis. I'm going to go 2.75 out of 5.
I'd give it a 3 out of 5.
Up next, it was Gentleman Jack Gallagher and TJ Perkins taking on Tony Nese and Neville. Now, more of the focus of this match was centered around the upcoming Cruiserweight Championship match with Neville and Gallagher. I can say overall it was a good match, with the finish being Gallagher locking on what I believe was the octopus stretch on Tony Nese to pick up the win. Curtis, I'm going 3.5 out of 5.
I have to go same with you. It was a really good match. The Cruiserweights, I feel like I can watch actually. So I started watching W205 live. Straight up, I feel like it was good. So now I'm starting to get more than 205 live in the Cruiserweights. So I feel like the direction's going right now is going pretty good.
Up next, it was Cesaro taking on Samoa Joe. Now, this was set up from a backstage confrontation between these two earlier in the night and was made officially into a match by Mick Foley. Now, I said this last week.
Straight up ROH.
Yeah. Now, I said this last week, and I'm going to have to echo it again about how talented Cesaro is and how he is being incredibly misused by WWE right now, Curtis.
Honestly, that guy is really great. Chris Jericho even tweeted out. Someone said, "How about a 1-hour Iron match between you and Cesaro?" He's like, "It'd be my pleasure." And the fact that guy could probably they could probably both go 1 hour straight. They probably could go 3 hours to fill the whole show, knowing them. It was great. It was honestly great. And the fact that I saw Samoa Joe and Cesaro backstage, it brought back so many memories. Just brought back so many memories from ROH and everything.
Yep. So as far as this match goes, it was great. it definitely did not disappoint, to say the least. The finish of the match was Joe hitting a Uranagi suplex on Cesaro to pick up the win. It appears that the Muscle Buster has been taken out of Joe's moveset, and considering what's happened in the past when the move is botched, remember Tyson Kidd, and now that his career is over thanks to that, bad things have happened, so taking it out of his moveset seems to be the right move by WWE. Now, the purpose of the confrontation with Sami Zayn and Joe after the match on the staging area was to not only help sell the match for them at Fastlane, but also to make Sami Zayn not look as weak as he has been in the past, with Joe attacking him over the past couple of weeks. I gotta say, great match, Curtis. 3.95 out of 5.
A 4, I'd give it a 4. Great up. It was a great match. Cesaro and then going back forward until Sami Zayn interfered. I really wish Sami Zayn didn't interfere, because it would have been great. The fact that
Zayn didn't interfere. Zayn didn't interfere. Zayn attacked Joe when he was on the staging area after the match.
That really sucked. I wish I never had Samoa Joe won, right?
Yeah, Samoa Joe won with the Uranagi.
Yep, that put him over a lot, and W officials are happy with him right now, the way he's going.
Yep, but do you agree with them removing the Muscle Buster out of his moveset?
Well, I'm not too happy what happened to Tyson Kidd. I'm a big fan of Tyson Kidd, right? He's Canadian and all that, so I'm a big fan of him. And not just because he's Canadian, because his works are really good. But the Muscle Buster, it was a great move. I liked it, but you have to do what you have to do, right? WWE has to do to keep wrestlers from getting superstars from getting injured, right? So it happens. Kind of sucks, but you got to find a new move.
Yeah. Finally, it was time for the contract signing of Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns. Now, I can understand Strowman disrespecting Mick Foley. He's a heel. That would be a great way to get heat from the crowd. However, Foley's response not only felt a little forced, but it also felt like he was overdoing it just a tad to me. I don't know if you had that same feeling, Curtis, but to me, it felt like he was forcing it, and he was just overselling it just a bit.
You know, the fact that I'm pretty straight up, I didn't like any of it. I hated all of it. It just, Braun got put on strong, but then in the very end, Roman Reigns looked strong again because his music played and everything. It should have been Braun's music playing, but it happened to be Roman Reigns.
Now, the confrontation with Reigns and Strowman was expected, to say the least, after Strowman got the better of Reigns and left the ring. The show would end with Reigns signing the contract. Now, if WWE is still planning to do a match with Undertaker and Reigns for WrestleMania, then what needs to be done is have Undertaker interfere and attack Reigns during this match. But I will save my Fastlane talk for sports entertainment tonight, Thursday night at 9 p.m. Central Time, right here on WGS-TV. Overall, a decent finish to Raw, but I'm pretty sure you would probably disagree with that, Curtis, from what you just said. But my score is a 3.25 out of 5.
I would say a 2.5 out of 5.
Yep.
Overall.
Now, overall score on Raw this week gets a 3 out of 5, with best match of the night going to Cesaro versus Samoa Joe, with worst segment of the night going to Foley's forced response of Strowman's disrespect during the contract signing. Curtis, over to you. What's your overall score and your picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week?
2.5 out of 5. Best match, Cesaro and Samoa Joe. And worst segment was probably Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. Didn't like that. And best promo would have to be between Seth Rollins and Triple H.
Yep, so guys and gals, that's been our thoughts on Monday Night Raw this week. We want to know from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Monday Night Raw. What are your overall scores? What are your picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week? Definitely want to hear what you guys out there have to say. Be sure you put your comments in the comment section below. If you guys like this video, be sure you slam that like button. Like a champ. Curtis is from the Project Kayfabe Wrestling Podcast. Curtis, tell everyone about it.
You know, we have a big guy coming on. He's original bully of professional wrestling, so it looks like we're gonna be getting bullied this week on Friday. So it's pretty good, and we're getting more updates on everything.
Yep, and the link to the Project Podcast will be in the description box below. If you guys want to see more awesome wrestling talk and gameplays right here on my channel, one of two ways you got to do it. You got to look up the subscribe and hit that icon, turn on notifications so you don't miss out another one of my videos here on my channel. So with that being said, with apologies to the Bay Area difficulties, and from Curtis from the Project Kayfabe podcast, I'm your friendly neighborhood wrestling gamer, and I will see you next time right here on WGS-TV. Bye.